Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we will learn about evaporation. Evaporation is the process in which a liquid gets converted into gaseous state on its own below its boiling point. For example, our clothes get dried. What could be the answer for this? The answer lies in the volatile nature of water, which get converted into vapor. Evaporation is a process which takes place in the presence of heat, wind. Evaporation cannot take place without heating. Thus, we can say that evaporation is the process in which liquid get converted into gaseous state. The conversion of liquid into gaseous state depend upon the volatility of the liquid. As much as volatile the substance would be, that much easily the substance change its state. For example, if we talk about petrol or diesel, these fuel are more volatile than water. They get evaporated in very less time. So the conversion of state depend upon the volatility of the liquid substance. If we talk about characteristics of evaporation, evaporation involves a process which causes cooling. Thus, we can say that evaporation is an endothermic process. Therefore, it causes cooling. Endothermic process is a process in which heat is released. And when heat is released, we feel cool. Our second characteristic is that in the process of evaporation, the liquid substance changes into vapor, even below boiling point. Below reaching its boiling point, the substance gets changed its state. And the third characteristic is that evaporation is surface phenomena. That means it exists layer by layer. Before we continue to learn about factors affecting the rate of evaporation, let us know that how evaporation takes place. We know very well that liquids are called fluid and their molecules remain in continuous motion. That means due to presence of less force of attraction and more kinetic energy, there is a space between the intermolecular particles of liquid or gases. When these particles collide with each other and exchange their energy, the particles feel unbalanced force. And these molecules easily overcome the force of attraction from liquid and get converted into gaseous state. Thus, evaporation is caused. And while these molecules easily overcome the force of attraction between the particles to acquire more freedom or randomness and become the part of atmosphere in a form of vapor. Therefore, evaporation is a surface phenomenon. Evaporation takes place layer by layer. In the characteristics of evaporation, we learn about that evaporation causes cooling. Now let us discuss few examples that evaporation causes cooling. Why evaporation causes cooling? During evaporation, energy is required by the water molecule which is taken from the surrounding. Evaporation is the process in which liquid get converted into gaseous state. And for getting converted into gaseous state, liquids require some heat. And that heat is either applied directly from any source, could be sun, natural source to provide heat, could be gas stove, or from the surrounding. And due to gaining heat from the surrounding, these molecule of water get changed into gaseous state. And they absorb the heat from the surrounding as a latent heat of vaporization in hidden form. So the temperature of the remaining water get lowered and therefore cooling is caused during evaporation. It is a common experience that if we leave the hot water in an open pot, it get cooled. How it get cooled? Because the liquid water which is kept get vaporized and it get evaporated by gaining heat from the surrounding. And if it is gaining heat from the surrounding, definitely we will feel cool. One daily life example. Why do we sprinkle off water on the roof or open ground during summer? That is because when we sprinkle the water on an open surface like open roof, ground or road, the water get evaporated by absorbing heat from the surface, resulting in cooling of these surfaces. Or perfume or talcum cause cooling sensation on our skin. The reason is same. Perfume contain alcohol and talcum contains some mint crystal. When these substances get evaporated, they take heat from our skin and thus we feel cool. From these examples, we clarify that evaporation is a surface phenomenon and is an endothermic reaction. Now, what are the factors on which evaporation depend? Evaporation depend upon temperature, surface area of the liquid, humidity of the air, speed of the wind, and nature of the liquid. Whether the temperature is low or high, whether the surface area of liquid is more or less, humidity is maximum or minimum, whether the speed of wind is high, or what is the volatility of liquid. On these all factors, the rate of evaporation depends. Thank you.